Monster Hunter is on the rise, Fall Guys has fallen, it's January 2nd, and this is the start of our daily vlog. I'm Rin. Let's get into it. 2024 is here, and Fall Guys is gone. No, not the actual game, but the game mode in Final Fantasy. Square Enix did say that they'll be bringing the event back periodically, and not at fixed intervals. I assume this means during Make It Rain campaigns, or maybe if there's a content lull in the future. However, as one chapter closes, another opens, because we should be getting the Final Fantasy XVI event soon. My speculation is we'll probably be getting it a week or two after FanFest, which is coming up this weekend. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I loved the Fall Guys event. I farmed more MGP then than I have in my 10 years of playing the game. How about you? Did you go after Queen Bean or King Bean? Maybe you just farmed a couple of the first or second rounds to get the MGP for housing items? Or used it to farm up your dies? In any case, I think it provided a lot of energy and life into the game during a time where we needed it. I definitely think the Fall Guys event is a time where a lot of players who may not be experienced with snapshotting had to experience it for the first time. It's always existed in Final Fantasy XIV. But if you're not doing high-end raiding, it probably didn't mean anything to you, and a lot of people chalk it up to, oh, this snapshot was bullshit, or I swear I was in that. But you get to see in this PvP mode that a lot of the snapshots work as you'd expect them to, but it can be easily aggravating and easy to make an excuse out of it if you're not used to knowing how that works and you go, oh man, I was definitely ahead of them on my screen. But you know that that's how it works, right? If you're both at the same pace on your screen, they are absolutely ahead of you on theirs. And sometimes that's even true if they're a little behind you, because I can bet you on their screen, they're miles ahead. Now you can chalk it up to silly netcoding if you want, but that's pretty much how Final Fantasy works. So why are we talking about Fall Guys? Well, the event's coming to a close, and we've been spending a lot of time doing some other things on the channel too, like Monster Hunter. If you know me, you know I've been playing Monster Hunter since the PlayStation 2, and I've probably logged in somewhere between 70 and 100,000 hours across all the games. It's the franchise that I think competes for my heart as much as or more than Final Fantasy. It's one of the series where if it's not in my purview, maybe I'm not playing it a whole lot, but when I do start playing it again, I am completely invested. And I get it because the appeal may not be there for you. You might think, oh, Rin, I don't really like farming things. Like, I'd rather not do a monotonous grind. But if you think about the way I play, we do a lot of like helping people learn savages over and over again, or, you know, grinding out deep dungeons or doing speed runs. So repetition for me is really nice. You get to hone your skills a little bit. You're not doing the same thing necessarily every time. You're working on a groove. You're anticipating the monster's attacks so that you can fight live, and granted, there's a little bit of it looks kind of like mind reading when you see the players who are really good get at it because they know exactly what the monster's going to do, because you know when you get into an enrage mode or when they're going to do certain attack patterns. But that's part of the experience. It's what I love about Monster Hunter, and one of the things I've been sharing with people lately is you know, getting into the game. Rise in World, we've had a big influx of players in both, I would say, Worlds more because of the Return to Worlds campaign that Capcom is doing, as well as a couple of other big streamers now picking up the game. But there are still people playing even Generations Ultimate on the Switch. There are still people playing that online. I recently got into Monster Hunter Stories 2, which is a title I had never played, and it is phenomenal. It is so good. The monsters are so cute, and just all of this to say that we're starting a new chapter. It's 2024, and I'm aiming to make this year way better than last. And I know 2023 wasn't good for a lot of people. I definitely didn't have a good year. There's a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of learning opportunities, a lot of moments for me to reflect on my inner self and let go of a lot of anger and you know, things that were causing me strife and grief that I was putting onto other people unnecessarily and undeservingly. And I have done a lot of growing as I try to do every year, and as we should all do. But I definitely think this last year in particular has been a very humbling experience for me, you know. And with Dawntrail coming this year, Monster Hunter Wilds coming next year, and many other things in between, we have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming in just 2 months, with PAX East shortly after that, and then Dawntrail in the summer. It's going to be a phenomenal time. I can't wait. We're going to be doing more Final Fantasy, you know, throughout concurrently. It's still our main game, but we've been taking a break for Monster Hunter while I've been grinding out and helping people get into the series and setting them off right. There's so many different play styles and weapon choices and things you can do in the game, and it can be a little bit daunting. It can be a little hard to figure everything out. So we've been just doing our best to put our foot forward and help other people. And we've also met some nice random players online that have been absolutely awesome and now part of the community too, which is great. So thank you guys for sticking it out. I know this video didn't have like a specific teaching experience. I just kind of wanted to talk about things, and my goal, we'll see how long it lasts, if I can keep it up. I hope so, but I would like to put out at least a video every day where, even if it's just a few minutes of talking to you guys and letting you know, hey, this is how life is going. It's kind of like, I guess, kind of like a vlog a little bit, right? Where we're just going to be like talking about what we're doing, what my thoughts on things are, and then we'll go from there and just kind of like see what happens and just have a nice conversation. If there's something you guys are interested in hearing about, or if you liked this type of video where we're just talking and you know, I've recorded a couple of like the Fall Guys event and this Rathalos kill. Maybe you guys enjoy this. Please let me know. I'm always looking for feedback, and I will catch you next time we're live. Come over and say hi. Later.